if you close your eyes.
Back to the Future Part 3. Or in other words, Conveniences, the movie. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it, because oh my god, the conveniences. So Back to the Future Part 3 is now the concluding chapter in the Back to the Future franchise, of which Marty finds out something horrible is going to be happening to Doc in the further past, which is 1885, so Marty now requires the help of the 1955 Doc to send him back into the past. So Marty helps Doc in the past to tell him something's going to happen to him, and now Doc has to help Marty get him back to the future. It just keeps going on. Now, the reason I call this Conveniences the movie because, oh my god, the amount of things that just bullshittingly come along in their story that just help them along their quest is just absolutely bullshit. Like, for example, the first people that Marty runs into as soon as he goes into the past when he falls down and he's unconscious, of course it happens to be his ancestors, and of course they help him out, don't they? Oh, and there's this new woman that's going to enter Doc's life called Clara. Who the hell is she? I don't know who she is. 1 second later, the mayor comes by, tells him that there's going to be a new teacher. Oh yeah, her name is Clara, by the way. Oh, that's her. Wow, that was good timing. Oh dear, the car's broken down. It can't get up to its speed limit now to get us back to the future. If only there was some sort of answer. Of course a train goes by, doesn't it? Bingo. Oh gee, thanks writers, you really helped us out of this one. So they talk to the train driver, they want to use the train. Oh, when's the next train going to come by? Oh, of course it's going to be the day Doc's apparently going to die. Of course it is. And then Doc and Marty go to the train tracks to try and get a visual representation of what might happen, what are they going to try and do. Of course the one person who happens to be coming by who is in danger, of course it's going to be Clara, isn't it? Who else is it going to be? And the last one that really pissed me off, of course, when Doc gets his heart broken and sits in the bar and talks to a guy in the bar about his whole breakup and whatever. Of course, Clara goes into the train and sits right in front of the guy who was the one that Doc was talking to in the bar about the breakup. And what does he talk about? Of course, this guy's breakup. So of course, Clara feels sympathy for him. Seriously, the writing in this movie is absolutely dog shit. It wasn't just the writing either, but you've also got the actors as well. I mean, it's gone through the same problem again. Like the futuristic actors, the same actors playing the futuristic people themselves. It's again the same actors playing the past version of themselves. For some reason, they were odd as well. Like Marty playing the Irish version of himself in the past, and when Biff is playing a cowboy who just pretty much was told by Robert Zemeckis, hey, if you just like pose like a cowboy and just have a lower voice than usual, you're pretty much a cowboy at this point. Yes, because that's how a cowboy works. Thanks, Robert Zemeckis. Also, does anyone find it really strange that Marty's ancestors look exactly like him and exactly like Marty's present mother? Seriously, you really couldn't have hired another actor, man? Somebody different? Because that's just really disturbing. But it's not only that as well. There's just some weird moments in the movie where the ancestors just randomly show up and are just like, I've got to be here for some reason now. Oh, but there's just a really bullshit moment, like when Marty's trying to help Doc in the bar, his ancestor then turns up and the line that he says as soon as he enters is just like, I don't really know why I'm here, but I feel like my future has got something to do with this. Like, holy fucking shit. Really? Oh, come on. I give up, man. I just give up. Why are you saying this kind of thing? But it's not just them guys either. We've got another relationship in this movie that we have to care about, which is Doc and Clara. I mean, talk about the most forced love story ever. Seriously, just a bit before the mayor comes into Doc's workshop and Doc is told that Clara's going to be there, he's just like, no, I can't believe in this kind of thing, this love at first sight, it just doesn't happen, I can't believe it. So conveniently, what's gonna happen? Oh no, he sees her and then he falls in love with her. Of course it's how it works, it's a movie, you gotta have that kind of thing. But it's just the fact that when you've got bullshit like that, I just don't believe the love story in itself is just bullshit. So when they break up, I'm just like, you know what? I really don't give a shit. So there's just no depth to the story. I'm just not sold on it anymore. And there's also some really bad moments in this movie, like Back to the Future Part 2 as well. Like being called yellow this time. I don't even know what that means, but for some reason it ticks off Marty now. And then you got that really cringy moment where Mad Dog Tannen, I think his name is shooting Marty on the ground, and you know, like in cowboy moments he's got to dance, but he pulls off some really weird Michael Jackson shit. I mean, come on. And there's also the bit at the start as well, like the car in the cave. I mean, what's all that about? Seriously, the only way that Marty's going to be able to get back into the past is using the same machine, but is obviously taken back into the future in the original Back to the Future. Yeah, I'm kind of losing track of this already. So Doc manages to take the calf, which he took back into the past, and keep it in the past so then it comes into the present, but he puts it under a cave of which he thinks will still be there, because nothing's going to get rid of that cave. Seriously, I've given up already. I feel like I'm just really talking shit about this movie. I mean, it's not a complete catastrophe. I mean, the thing is, I compare this to Back to the Future Part 2 because they are both sequels that just didn't need to happen, but Back to the Future Part 2 had segments I enjoyed, you know, long moments where I was like, you know what, this is kind of alright, and a story that I at least bought. But in Back to the Future Part 3, there were moments in this movie that I enjoyed. For example, I did prefer the 1885 version of the world compared to the 2015 version of the world, so it's got that going for it. But then you've also got Marty's reasons for having to go back into the past. I mean, I liked that, I thought they were justified enough. And I also did like the standoff between Marty and Mad Dog Tannen. I actually did enjoy the result and conclusion of that. And I also did like the way it linked up to the future and get that all cleared up as well. That was pretty good, and I don't think anyone can deny that the whole train sequence of getting back into the future was also enjoyable. I did enjoy moments in this movie. It's not a complete catastrophe, but it's just... there's a lot of bullshit moments. But holy shit, the moment for me that just absolutely sealed it, that I just absolutely really didn't like about this movie, was the ending. Again, like in Back to the Future Part 2. Because it was like the writers were just kind of like, okay, we need to have a final moment where Marty and Doc are back together because, you know, that's a really heartfelt moment. Does it matter how they get there? Nah, we just need to see them again. So let's just have a train that Doc's build in the past, which the time traveling aspect can run on steam, and then can also fly with rockets as well, built in 1900. I was done. I was like, nah, this is bullshit. I'm not having this. Guys, in the end, I thought Back to the Future Part 3 was just really, really bad. I enjoyed it a little bit less than I did in Back to the Future Part 2. So in the end, I'm going to have to say that these two movies are exactly the same rating for me, in the fact that these movies are going in a very special pile of mine. Yep, so here's the trilogy bundle I was talking about. So I could only get the trilogy, but this is for the second and third movie, okay? Guys, thank you very much for watching these videos. I hope that you enjoyed your time here, and I hope that you will enjoy more videos that will be coming in the future. I will be making more, I promise. I will try and get back into making more videos frequently, okay? I promise. But for now, guys, I will see you in the future.